Excuse me. I am weird. I know I am weird. But this is your dad.
Filming people in public has got to stop, especially when they're not doing anything. Now, it's one thing, let's say you see two people fighting, okay, record that. Or you see something that you think might be a crime, okay, I'm going to record this for evidence. But just taking out your phone and recording something because you had a thought with zero evidence behind it and then posting it, people's faces. That's insane. Now, today we're talking about a TikToker who wanted to go viral so bad that when she saw a good-looking man, probably between the age of 30 and 35, and a young-looking girl, probably between the age of 11 and 14, sitting in a restaurant holding hands like this, like as if they were praying almost before they would eat, she decided to film them, approach them, and say, I just know that this is your father, but she's saying it in a sarcastic tone with the implication that that's not his daughter, that's not the father, and then posting it. And the comments filled up with people saying, we need to report him, because everyone had the same thought that she had because of what she filmed and posted. That was a man with a younger girl doing something nefarious. Well, it turns out that was her father. Let's check it out.
Honey, you guys are gorgeous. Like, amazingly gorgeous. Instead of trying to peek over here and not say anything, but I just had to come out and say it. You guys make the all-American family. I swear. You welcome.
You people on the internet is weird as hell. How you make such a beautiful moment so negative? Like, this is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. Seeing a father and his daughter just loving each other. And y'all want to put all type of comments. Like, come on, bro. That really shows me a lot of you guys ain't get that type of love growing up. That father is showing his daughter love, having a beautiful time with his daughter, and y'all want to say some negative shit? That's crazy. Y'all scary as hell. Y'all need to get some help. Y'all hate on things that y'all never got before. Because if you had received that love, you would never comment such negative about this man and his daughter. Y'all weird.
So maybe you're thinking, well, perhaps she was serious and she was just complimenting a loving father and daughter. But then the comments started coming in and everyone was starting to accuse him of doing something nefarious. She never corrected them. She never deleted the video. And in fact, when she was called out, all she did was turn off the comments. So people went and found this man. They found his Facebook, his Instagram, whatever else, and determined, as a matter of fact, that is his daughter. Nothing nefarious is going on here. And she still would not address it. She wouldn't delete the video. She wouldn't apologize and kept it up for the views.
So let me get this straight. There's a father and daughter who was at Starbucks minding their own business, okay? Having conversation, holding hands, or whatever. First thing, let me just add this in here too. A lot of people do not know what a healthy father and daughter relationship is because they haven't seen it, they grew up with it, and didn't have one. So when they see something like that, they instantly think the opposite of what it is. All right, moving forward. So this lady openly pulls out her phone, record them minding their business, goes up to ask them a question in reference to their status, their relationship, and finds out that that's the father and that's his daughter. Then proceeds to post it on the internet where thousands and thousands of people posted their judgment off something that was innocent. Okay? And then now the internet is divided where one side is saying she should have minded her business. Yes, you should have minded your business. And then there's the other side who is making this man go viral to the point that they are trying to find information out about him, to check his background, to see what he's actually about. Because the motive of that lady was not concerning or just excited or happy that that's the father. Her motive was something else. Her recording was something else. She thought that that man was doing something inappropriate. She thought that man was with that daughter inappropriately. That's what she thought. And I did see another creator come up here and speak on that and said for once she should have minded her business. And if she wanted to know so badly what that relationship was, he said that it could have been other ways that she could have found that out. Okay, I get it. We live in times now where our children are being hurt, our children are being harmed, and there's just some sick things going on in this world. But do not allow that to put that on everybody's situation. Okay, I know plenty of people who have a very close relationship with their father, that sits with their father, lay on their father, and just have a very strong bond with their father. Okay, like, you know how people are with their mothers, a very strong bond with their mothers, where they hug their mom, lay on their mom, snuggle with their mom, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your mindset or the things that you've been through or seen or done on everybody's situation.
Some people are just really lovey-dovey with their dads, and a girl, like an innocent lovey-dovey relationship with their dad, close bond, that's so healthy for a young girl. Because if a young girl has a good father who treats them well, is in their life, they're not gonna just look at any old boyfriend, an older boyfriend when they're young, like that girl is, who's too old for them, coming around talking about, I love you, da 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 da. They're gonna be like, my daddy loves me. I don't know. It's true. It's a fact. It's sad, but statistics show that that's true. And so for that girl to have a loving dad, there's no evidence of anything nefarious. They were just holding hands across the table. They're probably religious. They were probably praying before their food. I'm not religious. I grew up Catholic, and then my mom just decided we didn't have to do that anymore when I was like 5 or 6 because the Monsignor switched at the church, and she was like, you know what? Never mind. God is an alien. And you know what? I appreciate her for that. But I digress. Anywho, I had lots of friends that were very religious. One of my good friends, she's now a hairstylist. I'm not going to say her name because I haven't talked to her in a while. But when I would go to her house, we would have to pray before our meal, and it was exactly like that. Hi, go downstairs, please.
Hi, we love you.
Me love you. Bye-bye. Can you shut my door, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, my girls are still little, 3 and 7, but they're very lovey-dovey with my husband, their father. And I think that's beautiful. And I hope that it doesn't get distant when they're a tween or a young teen. Because when kids become teens, sometimes they distance themselves from you, which is okay because that's the natural order of things. But you want them to still be able to come to you and tell them things so that you can help them out as they become a young adult. But like I was saying, they were probably just praying.
They found his personal information, started putting it out there, and accusing this man.
That is a good-looking man. That is a good-looking man. That is a handsome man.
Of being inappropriate with his daughter because they were holding hands. All they were doing was holding hands at the table. There is no other proof, there is no other background story to this other than the fact that people saw a clip.
There's a video circulating of a father and a daughter in a Starbucks. The creator has now since turned off the comments so the creator walks up to the father and the daughter and she's like, I'm weird. I know I'm weird. And she confirms, is this your dad? And he answers yes. And they're sitting there and they're holding hands across the table in a very father-daughter way. And it is a beautiful relationship, like a very healthy father-daughter relationship, you can tell. And this lady's like, you guys have the perfect all-American relationship, a beautiful relationship between a father and a daughter. And the comments are wild. The comments are like, this is a PDF file. I know a bad person when I see them.
Listen, I know that we are all hurt and traumatized by all the PDFs that run rampant in society, but we have to settle down. We have to analyze information as it comes in. And it's okay to see something and think it's a red flag, but investigate further before you because people already don't want to believe allegations, so we gotta be careful when we're spewing out allegations. I remember one time I would take my daughter to the playground at the mall. You know, they have indoor playgrounds at some malls. And there was this old man that would sit there. He was sitting there for like an hour just by himself. No kids around, nothing. Because all the parents and kids would leave at one point because I was watching him. And it was just me and my kid for a period of time. And he was still there. And he was just watching the kids. And I took a video of him and I showed it to security and let them look into it further. That's not I'm not going to post it to the internet because maybe he was meeting somebody, or he just got tired, or maybe he just didn't think anything of it. There's so many things that it could have been, and I have no proof. So all I can do is be like, hey, this seems weird to security, and they could keep an eye on the man, ask him his name, look up his name on the registry, see if it's on the registry, or whatever. That's the appropriate action. It's not to post his face on the internet and be like, PDF file, because I don't know that. All I see a red flag, what I deem as a red flag. I see something that looks suspicious. All I can do is alert somebody and be like, hey, maybe keep an eye on this guy. He's been sitting at the kids' playground with no kids for an hour or so today. So maybe keep an eye on him and make sure that he's not doing anything nefarious. Keep it on the DL. And then if you find out his name and find out he is on the registry, okay, then ban him from the park. If nothing, if he doesn't come back, if he's not staring, you know what I mean? Like, I'm passing this off onto somebody. Like, this is above my pay grade. I am not a police officer. This is all I can do.
She looks like she's been kidnapped. Are you freaking serious? Are you guys that traumatized by you don't even know a normal relationship between a father and a daughter when you see one? The comments are ripping this father apart. Thank God the comments got turned off. But imagine being her and coming on TikTok, because she is of TikTok age, and seeing the comments made about herself and her father. That alone is traumatizing. Get your crap together and be supportive of a normal family. I know it's rare, but there are some out there. I'd give anything to have one of those conversations with my dad again. People are weird.
Ruin somebody's life, and they saying they got pages and Facebook groups talking about this.
That man is fine. I want to see his life. Not like because I'm sure she's beautiful as good looking as him. I love to see a good looking interracial couple because the daughter is biracial. I love to see a good looking interracial couple because I'm in an interracial couple. My husband is Arab, and I just like to see my fellow brothers and sisters. I don't know. But that is a fine man.
Man, trying to find where he lives, trying to find his job. And for people to not know all the details, for them to go out their way and do that, that's crazy work. And to me, that's really miserable. You got to be miserable.
A man is being accused of being a predator for simply waiting in Starbucks and holding his daughter's hand. So, if you guys don't know, there's this recent video that's been trending of a lady going up to this father and his daughter at a Starbucks, just waiting for coffee. And they're holding hands like this, right? And the woman goes up, calls him beautiful, compliments them, and then kind of accuses him of being a predator. First of all, I know you have good intentions, okay, lady? I can respect that. But you gotta remember, right? If you falsely accuse people of this kind of stuff, it can ruin their life, right? You have to, be kind of confident. You can't just see, okay, for the record, from the clip that I've seen, right, in the context of just the clip, they weren't doing anything wrong. They were really just holding hands and talking to each other normally. There was no, stuttering. They were going back.
She could have easily just kept an eye on them a little bit longer and probably figured out, oh, they are father and daughter. Oh, they were just praying. You could have just watched a little bit longer before you pulled out your camera. And if you were that concerned, you could have checked his license plate and made a private report and been like, hey, I saw something that looked nefarious at the Starbucks or wherever they were. Check into this man and make sure that that's his daughter. To the proper authorities, which TikTok is not the proper authorities. Look, I love the things that TikTok is capable of doing. They've caught people. They're, missing people, somebody who committed a crime. They do wonderful things, but on the flip side, they go overboard with things and are wrong. So you can't just... I think she wanted to go viral so bad that this was worth it to her. Because once she realized, oh, they are father and daughter and they were just praying or holding hands, I would have deleted that so fast and been like, I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm mortified. Please forgive me. I made a mistake. I obviously am traumatized. Like, if that actually was her motivation, but clearly her motivation was views. And she probably saw those people and was like, this is a fine ass man. And that's a very beautiful young girl. And this is going to go viral. So weird to approach people like that in public.
They seem happy and comfortable. I don't get what could have caused this woman to think that this man was a predator. Like, there was really no warning signs. Unless I'm just like not like, I guess I'm just not well informed in predators. I guess I just don't know the symptoms or like the warning signs. But it's just kind of stupid, right? Because like the most like stupid thing about this whole situation is how quick everyone in the comments was immediately believing that woman. Like, it was just like that, right? Everyone was immediately, like, it was 100%. There was not a single person I could have found that was like disagreeing with all. They were all saying, "Oh my god, this guy's a predator." And I'm saying, "Oh my god, I've seen this before. It's such a sad tragedy." And I'm saying, so many girls go, yeah, that kind of stuff, right? And there were so many hate groups dedicated to this ruining this man's life. Like, they're trying to dox him, they're trying to leak his address, get him fired from his job, accuse him of being a predator, all of that stuff, right? And okay, it was debunked. It was actually his daughter. Thank God, right? Before anything serious happened, like, I don't think he actually like lost any of his jobs, but like, I'm sure his reputation has greatly gone down because of this, because of a simple accusation, right? Like a very stupid accusation. Because
I don't think his reputation is ruined because of how quickly people fought back and was like, no, you need to cut this. Because there's a bunch of videos being like, wrong, you're wrong, take this down, take this down. So I think in the end, maybe briefly for a few hours, that the first few hours that video was posted, there was a chance that his reputation, but anyone who knew him in real life would be like, no, that's his daughter. He goes to my church, they're praying. So I don't actually think, but that doesn't make it okay just because it didn't ruin his reputation. It could have. You never know. You can't control something once it goes viral.
nothing he did. Like, he was having a normal conversation with his daughter, right? And can parents not hold their kids' hands anymore? Is that a new rule? If you hold your kid's hand, are you automatically a predator? Is that what's happening now? Is that a new rule? It is just so. It's okay. First of all, it's like very disappointing on how people can immediately just accuse someone of such a heinous crime right off the bat with no warning signs of that, right? And two, how quick people are to like go off simple allegations with no solid evidence and ruin a man's life. And this has happened before, right? In the past, which is terrible. Thank God this man like hasn't had his life completely ruined. He still has his job and stuff, for sure, right? And it just goes to show like people are like really good at hating off of like the smallest thing you can give them, right? You give them the smallest piece of indication, nothing even true, and they'll just go crazy on it. They'll go rabid, bro. And it's actually kind of scary because this can really happen to anyone. Like, what if your parents, you're in public, holding your child's hand, just talking to them, someone accuses you of being a predator, and a bunch of people on the internet try to ruin your life? Like, that is terrifying. What do we come to? Like, please. Can we please just like do some research before we take things at face value and try to ruin a person's life?
I ate all my ramen.
Good job. Love you. You feel better?
What?
Your tummy feels better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I ate a lot of ramen.
Good girl. Working on the weekends when the kids are home.
We have a brand new update with the father and daughter at Starbucks. Watch. Okay, so if you haven't heard the news by now, a creator by the name of Salty9456 went up to a man and a daughter holding hands at a Starbucks without even questioning them and decided to record them. Salty just assumes it was some child predator, but in reality, it was actually her dad. But the craziest thing about this is Salty's video goes completely viral. It's on the front page of Facebook, it's on every social media account, it's everywhere. Framing her dad as some pedo. You had groups on Facebook dedicated to try to find out who this man was and also trying to get him fired from his job. Yeah, no, job. But the saddest thing is most people watching this video didn't realize it was her actual dad and they just jumped to conclusions. But what nobody's talking about is this woman just decided to go record random people inside a Starbucks, not even addressing what was actually going on, just assuming things. But what sucks about this whole situation is Salty, the creator who originally made the video about them, has yet to upload an apology of any kind. Make sure to like and share this video to get this story out there.
This lady just turned off the comments to her video where she walks up to a father and a daughter sitting in a Starbucks and she says, "I am weird. I know I'm weird, but you two are a beautiful father and daughter, and I just wanted to let you know that you look like the typical American family." And people in the comments took that the absolute wrong way. People are in the comments saying, "Oh my God, I know a PDF when I see one. Something tells me that she was kidnapped. Something about this does not seem right." And the bulk of the comments are coming from women. And I will say this, a lot of you have never had a healthy father and daughter relationship, and it shows. And I'm so sorry that you never had that. But to sit there and assume just because a father is having coffee with his daughter, and people assumed it because they were holding hands. Okay. You don't know what the family dynamic is, the relationship between him and his daughter. Just because they're holding hands does not mean that he sees her as in a sexual light, in a sexual tone. A lot of you have really twisted brains. And when you see affection, you automatically think on a sexual level. You don't think there's any type of other affection that exists. There's any type of other love that exists. You don't think there's any type of intimacy that exists. Only sex, only a sexual intimacy. So she had to cut off the comments. Now everybody's going to his Facebook. They're like literally hunting this man down and calling him something that he's not, all because he's a present father in his daughter's life. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. Like, just because you didn't have a healthy relationship with your father, or maybe your father wasn't in the house, doesn't mean everybody has that same perspective about their about parental relationships.
Was it worth it? This was her account, Salty something, and it got banned. They reported her and she got banned. So was it worth it? Sometimes it's not even worth it because you're gonna get because you're gonna get banned. So usually I would say, what do you guys think of this story? But I don't think there's any other way to see this story except for what I've presented to you. But either way, I still respect and appreciate y'all's opinions in the comments. And thanks for watching.